Hello, and welcome back as Kiefer Sutherland prepares to put the sweet in sweet smack in Perfidious. Pete plays XCOM, The Long War 2. It's okay, Kiefer buddy. I know you have a problem. I know you're struggling, and but you know what, Kiefer? For once, you can pump that syringe full of the good stuff into your lacrimal duct without all the guilt and shame you normally associate with that act. Because this time, Kiefer, this time it's been legally prescribed by your attending physician as a treatment for both your wounds and your post-traumatic stress. You got a freebie, Kiefer. You gotta, get out of jail free card on this one. Now, granted, the prescribing physician is Dr. Tigan, a man who thinks that the swiftest access to the base of the skull can be obtained through the face. So it may not be the soundest treatment plan ever derived by medical science, but it is a treatment plan and it's legal. At least, until the American Medical Association gets around to finally revoking Dr. Tigan's license and suspending his prescription privileges, which, since the proceedings to do that are already under the way, could happen at literally any moment. But until then, just relax, Kiefer. Relax, sit back, and enjoy. And don't concern yourself with the fact that even though it's been legitimately prescribed, you still feel compelled to prep it with a spoon and a candle while hiding in your closet. It's just, old habits, Kiefer. Old habits die hard. They die hard. Piece of advice, though, I will say, you may, since you are shaken, want to be careful when you do go in through the lacrimal duct to keep the telltale track marks off the arm veins. Because after your little flatliners experience last episode where you were nearly killed and also got shaken up, I imagine your hands are probably, trembling pretty badly, and you don't really want that needle going AWOL while it's up near your eye. Things get out of hand while that's going on there, you could wind up finding the only role you're able to play anymore is the lead in a biopic of Peter Falk. So, just keep an eye out. Anyway, let's get to scanning. Oh, nope, never mind. We're getting hijacked by a cutscene.
Now that we finally got this.
Well, let's get to cutscening then.
We should be able to access some of these dormant alien systems. Let's see if you two can play nice.
How come you're constantly taking Rover offline and rebooting him? If you do treat him like a pet, this is like periodically rendering your dog unconscious and then, screwing with him while he's out. You periodically hit your dog over the head with a kosh, knock him out, and when he wakes up, you got him dressed in like a top hat and a monocle. That's just mean, Lily. It's adorable, but it would be mean.
Something triggered your remote uplink. But how is that possible?
Well, he has a remote. I hate it when narratives try and do this. I'm gonna take a minute to pick this apart. Why is Lily Shen incredulous here? Or incredulous, rather. She should not be expressing incredulity. She should be confused, maybe, but she shouldn't be, experiencing disbelief. I hate it when storytellers do this to try and enhance drama. When Lily Shen lives in a world where we're fighting Advent forces, aliens are capable of interstellar travel, psychic powers are a thing. Periodically, men teleport out of a purple cloud of void into flanking positions to take shots at us. That happened last episode. Why would she be confused that somebody could remotely access a robot that she herself uses to remotely access other robots? You shouldn't be incredulously. You shouldn't be like, how could this be possible? This doesn't make any kind of sense at all. What she should be is frightened or angry. Give her an appropriate response. What she should be is mad. She shouldn't be confused. And people are like, oh, but this way it builds drama, Pete, because you're emphasizing the unknown. You know what? You know what a better way to emphasize the unknown than to have your character just be stupidly clueless about things they should not be clueless? Instead, if you want to build tension and drama, don't have them be incredulous. Have them be curious or have them misunderstand something. What would be better to build drama rather than have Lily go, I have no idea what this is. I don't even know how this could be possible. What she should be is oh shit, Advent is onto us. They've cracked our encryption. They could bring the Avenger down now with the press of a button. We're in some deep shit. Have them propose a hypothesis for what's going on, and if you really want to build the tension, have the hypothesis be fucking wrong. Have them take a guess at what's going on and have them guess the wrong thing and then take actions based on their wrong guess and use that to build tension and drama. Don't just have your character be stupidly confused about their area of expertise. Be like if you go to Stephen Hawking, be like, oh, hey, Stephen Hawking, they discovered that Hawking radiation You know, it emanates twice as fast as you thought it was. And then Stephen Hawking went, what? Well, okay, he wouldn't do that. Stephen Hawking would go, what? There's no way that's actually possible. I don't know how the universe works anymore. Everything is confusing. No, see, that's not what Stephen Hawking would do. One, because my Stephen Hawking impression is terrible, and I'm a scumbag for doing it. And two, Stephen Hawking would be like, I guess I just need to maybe adjust my theory. Perhaps I had something a little bit wrong with the way that Hawking radiation works. How those virtual particles escape the event horizon. Perhaps my modeling was off. He could, and then have him propose something that's just completely wrong. That is actually more tension. Be like, oh, I guess it's string theory then. This proves that string theory is correct, and go from there. Anyway, I've digressed enough. What do we got here? Okay, second step of our liberation change. We got to rescue a VIP from an advent cell. We got to rescue a defector. Enemy resistance is light to moderate. Jessica Arnold engineer. We're only 70% infiltrated with enemy readiness at guarded. We sent in our, like, extraction team. We did, and their goal was to, on this mission, I believe, we're going to boost this, right? Yeah. Because it's the liberation chain, I hate spending 30 intel that we are not going to get back. But this drops our enemy to light, and more importantly, enemy readiness is now dropped down to vulnerable. Jessica Arnold, engineer. I get a feeling she's going to join our other engineer down in a hole with a shovel. I don't feel good about tossing all these engineers in holes. Oh, but Pete, what if they're into it? Maybe they like being thrown in a hole and told, it puts the shovel in the dirt or else I get the hose and squirt. Maybe they're down with that. Maybe that's what turns their crank. You know what? Even if they are down with it, even if they volunteered for it, I still don't feel good about it. How come the only way I can derive pleasure is at the suffering of others, even if they're willingly accept the suffering? I really probably need some help. You know what, Kiefer? You and I should start, like, our own little program where we help each other out. Like, I can be your sponsor for the whole sweet, sweet smack thing. You can be my sponsor for the driving pleasure from others' suffering kind of thing. We can work together and turn this train wreck around. Assuming you're not too busy shooting the Peter Falk biopic thing after you stab your eyes out with a drug syringe, though. Assuming that goes, you know, according to plan. So, Operation Silent Rain, we have our best covert extraction team on the job here. We got Tim, Koki, Smurf, Allen, Courtney, Love. Why did we bring a technical? Was it in the event that we have to fight? We're definitely outfitted for stealth. We got two Shinobis. We got Chris Top Hits Brown, who has been the top hit of the campaign so far. And we are starting on a rooftop, which sucks. On the plus side, we're on the edge of a rooftop. Okay, so we got to get to there. All right. Okay, so this does not look completely tragic. We're a very, very long way from our overall goal, but the extraction point and the rescue point are not that far apart. First thing we got to do is get somebody down off of this roof because I don't want to step on something unknown. I'm actually worried there are civilians below us. What tiles can we see? Okay. I'm actually, what are you doing, Pete? I'm scanning these tiles to make sure that we can stand in them so that so I can ensure there are no friggin' civilians down here. I don't want to drop, see, I think, like, right here, there may be a civilian there. We can't stand in what otherwise looks like an empty tile, so Top Hits, why don't you come down over here instead? If there is a civilian there, I want to know. Looks clear. Okay. We do have some civvies over here. Got some corner cover. Another civilian over there. We got a lot of ground to cover before we get to the exit, and we only have 12 turns. We got a lot of map left to work with. So let's have Chris Brown take firsties. Again, worst case scenario, we want our units whose cover will be blown by taking a bum move to take the moves first. That way, if shit goes completely pear-shaped and everything turns awful right from the jump, our Shinobis at least can just evac. They can always cut and run. I call it the Zachary Durand maneuver now. I've redubbed it. We're going to have a trouble getting past here. Got more civilians over here. There could potentially be Advent in that building. You know what? Let's take a very small move here. And we've got Uncle Jared and Kiefer, who are lightning fast, who can go do our more dangerous scouting now with their Phantom ability. I really don't want to get pinned down. I kind of want to stay close together Okay, looks safe. Koki Smurf. Let's have you go to here then and take cover behind the rotating picture of Courtney Love. Nobody is going to bother looking through that picture of Courtney Love to see you. Trust me, they're going to be distracted by the Courtney Love thing. So we did find our first patrol who are moving away. That's useful. So we've got a potential for, we can maybe shoot the gap here, assuming we've got a gap to shoot. We do have this thing, which is being a bit of a problem. All right, you know what, Courtney Love? Actually, Chris Top Hits Brown, you're way in the back here. I'm going to move you to here, because it's about as far as you can go. And also, it gives us an opportunity to get a little more vision on the map before we start taking aggressive moves and accidentally stumble into a detection tile. Don't go that way. A lot of civvies in this cafe, man. The Starbucks is jumping this morning. Everybody in there for their morning fix. And here's a zone wall. So maybe our path then should be to just try and move up along this edge, along the zone wall, until we can get inside the building. I don't hate that plan. Tim Allen, get to work. Is it clear? Okay, so we got a clear path so far.
Got it.
Jared Fogel then can keep pace, and Courtney Love not quite as fast. Let's drop you behind this garbage can. Honestly, you know what? When it comes to holes, we should probably have Courtney Love in the hole with the shovel, because hole is sort of her natural. It's where she, you know, by proclivity and disposition, it's where she wants to be. She named her band Hole for a reason. Although I think probably it's more appropriate the fact that we have her hiding behind a can of garbage. She is not in Garbage, though. Despite the name, Garbage is actually a much better band than Hole. Don't let the name fool you. Garbage is okay. So what's the inside of this building look like? Ugh, okay. You know what I'm thinking here? I'm thinking our best bet might actually be... see if we can get a team here on the roof within striking distance of extraction. And then maybe we go, rather than to go in for the hack, maybe we go for the shaped charge and try and blast our way through.
Got a group of hostiles over here.
Well, that sucks, because that means that plan is definitely not going to work. Those guys are really packed up. It's going to depend a lot on which way they're patrolling, but that makes it... it's going to make it extraordinarily difficult for us to get in there, and it almost means we have to approach from the rooftop. I do not like that even a little.
Affirmative. Moving out.
I don't want to run up onto the top of this roof blind. If we go up on that roof blind and there's a pot up there, we're straight up dead.
Moving out.
There's no way I'm doing that with one of our shinobis. Again, we got to be prepared for when things go wrong. We got to have like a contingency plan for things going bad. And that contingency plan is our shinobis, you know, stay concealed while the rest of the team volunteers to die. You know, we could make a move here, but I'm actually going to have Tim Allen hold off and just go on Overwatch. Jared, I'm going to have you do it too. Okay, this pod is patrolling away. That's good until they turn around, though. So if we have Courtney Love head up to here. We could have Courtney Love. Man, okay. Where's the... so the door is right here. Is there a way we could get inside the building unobserved? Possibly, but Courtney Love is not really our fastest trooper. We've got to know what's on this rooftop. We have to know what's up there. So are there any of these tiles that we can't stand in? Why are you checking for tiles you can't stand in, Pete? Because if we can't stand in a tile, that means there's a bad guy in it, and we don't... you know what? We need Uncle Jared, because he's going to have a bigger array. We got to know what's in these tiles. We have to take every advantage, and if we can't stand in one of these tiles, it means there's a bad guy in it. If there's a bad guy in it, we can't go on the rooftop because it's going to burn our concealment. We cannot get spotted here. Honestly, it looks clear. Is it the kind of looks clear that Vin Diesel had in Pitch Black, though, Pete? That's the question. Is it that kind of looks clear? And then somebody goes out there and gets chewed in half by a bunch of little angry demon birds? And then they'll be like, well, what's it look like now? And then we're forced to say, well, it looks clear. I don't want to get chewed up by demon birds. Courtney Love, I am going to bring you to the rooftop because almost certainly this is a safe maneuver. Okay, Chris Brown. Top hits. Let's just bring you to... I don't want to risk spawning a pod with you. But this... We should not be stepping in a detection tile to get to here. We should be okay. Chris, top hits Brown. Is now within range of extraction. That's my real goal, is before we do anything monumentally stupid, let's have everybody at least in range to extract. So Uncle Jared, give us a little more vision. Again, this move should be safe. Okay, good. And then Tim, Koki Smurf Allen, the fastest man in XCOM. He is so quick. How do we want to try and get in here? Okay, there's a couple ways we could do this. We could move to the door and try to open it. But if there are enemies in that area, Tim Allen is probably fucked. Alternatively, rather than popping it with Tim Allen, could we get Chris Brown over here and have him have vision on it from the... Oh, you know what? I like that plan much, much better. Let's try a little rooftop peekaboo. Are we going to get spotted here? No, we're safe. All right. Tim, Koki, Smurf Allen. You guys, you and Uncle Jared have actually done some fantastic scouting here. Courtney Love, to a lesser extent, you also have been useful in a scouting capacity. And now if shit goes south, we can just run. What I'm curious about is, what if top hits can get an angle on the objective from here? Like, there's a potential he might be able to spot it from up here, right? So we still have 8. We still have 8 turns to play with. There's no reason to rush, Pete. Let's move Tim Allen to here and see if he can get... He cannot see it. Can he see it from the top of the ladder, maybe? Also, what's going on in this room? Now that Tim Allen is in the vicinity, are there any enemies in here? Are there any tiles we should be able to stand in that we suspiciously cannot stand in? It doesn't look like it. I mean, it looks clear. So, Tim Allen, I'm going to shift you to here. You still didn't see the thing, huh? I want to see if there's a way we can get line of sight on the objective from the rooftop. Like, if we're here, can we see it? Well, we can see those guys, but we can't see the actual fucking objective. So we can't go in the room. That's going to be out. We also need to move. Top hits, I can't have you there this turn. Courtney Love, you actually cannot yet make it to extraction, so we need you to come around over here. We got a real tight window for making this work. Top hits, just go on Overwatch. These guys have patrolled in such a fashion that we cannot... Actually, I think even... Yeah, we're in detection tiles right now. Tim Allen, you got to move. I want you here. We have some time. Let's bite it. We're going to bide our time. Top hits, don't move. Uncle Jared, you can't move. And Courtney Love, stay put. Okay. Hold on a second. We may have an opportunity here. We need to get vision on the thing. Uncle Jared, if you ghost walk, can you make it to the bottom of the stairs? This says yes. What if there's something else in the room, though? All right, before we commit to this... this is fucking tense, man. So before we commit to this, let's make sure there's nobody else in the room who could potentially bust our concealment. These guys are in it, and there's nothing we can do about that. It looks safe-ish. Okay, Uncle Jared, ghost walk in. Don't bone me on this, Uncle Jay. Okay, there's the thing. We are not going to be able to get to the deal. Chris Brown, can you see it from here? I really just need you to be able to see the door, bro.
Closing on target position now.
He can't do it. He can't see it. Chris Brown is going to have to go in. Why does it say those are not detection tiles? Those are definitely detection tiles unless you're ghost walking. Okay, Chris Brown. We gotta bide our time.
Position confirmed.
We still have some turns. Take them. Take the turns. We gotta get this guy. Overwatch for Uncle Jared. Overwatch for Courtney. Possibly the right move here might be to just have Courtney Love hit him with a rocket.
I'm on it.
Or to run in maybe flamethrower. Let's see how they patrol. Please go outside. They went outside. They did it. Okay, Uncle Jared, is the coast clear? Yes, the coast is clear. Are we going to have you go over there and try to hack the thing? Fuck, no, we're not. Okay, Uncle Jared, you should be able to get to here now without getting detected there, right? Top hits. Has he got the hits? Top hits has the hits! Okay, top hits can hack the thing. He's got it. Do we have top hits hack it this turn, then, is the question. Because as long as nobody else moves, the enemy can only activate on their turn. You know what? Yeah, I think we pop it this turn. It's a little suboptimal, but we don't know if those guys are maybe coming back. And if they're coming back, we are capital F fucked. Also, we're down to 5 turns here. We're running out of time. Tim Allen, I would love for you to be able to potentially get some Overwatch if the angles work out. Let's put you over here.
Scanning.
And top hits, you got to crack our boy this turn. This is it.
Bypassing security.
76% for a small intel cache, 42 for a large. Let's just go for the small and see if maybe we can recover what we used to boost this mission. We should have gone for big. Damn, Pete, you got Chris Top Hits Brown on the scene, bro. Why wouldn't you go big?
I'm in.
Because I'm a sucker. That's why. Top Hits.
VIP info.
Top Hits is not visible to the enemy. We want to get this VIP closer to extraction, but we have to do it in a fashion that does not expose him to potentially getting seen. If we straight up make a run for it, he's going to die at the top of those stairs. But what we might be able to do is get him to here. And then just hunker down. He's not going to be able to make it to extraction next turn, though. We need him like just very little bit closer. If we activate a pod, though. If we activate a pod, we are fucked with a capital F. What does this area look like? I really wish you still had a unit that had some... Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a risk and get, like, 2 extra tiles. Please don't screw me. Okay, we did it. Enemy still doesn't know we're here? No, they're... Okay, now they're on to us. The jig is up. All right, we're going to get some Overwatch. Courtney Love on the rooftop. Takes a shot. Hits a sectoid. All of the guys came to the roof. Surprisingly, that's... It's terrible for us, actually, because they all went on Overwatch. Okay. Tim Allen is still stealthed here. We could have Tim Allen throw... Okay, first off, let's see. Can you make it, Jessica Arnold? Jessica Arnold can make it. She can get to evac. All we got to do is figure out a way to get rid of this Overwatch. We have 2 guys on Overwatch, though. Man, I would kill for somebody with friggin' lightning reflexes right now. Absolutely kill. I think maybe we just run it. We take our like, healthiest trooper, who's got the most. Jessica Arnold is not going to survive it, because she's going to get hit twice. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is firing a rocket and trying to drop these guys through a ceiling. It would eliminate the Overwatch, but then it leaves Courtney Love completely exposed, and there's another Viper down there that we can't do anything about whatsoever. Tim Allen, 5 health, 2 protection. Top Hits, 5 health, 2 protection. Koki Smurf, I need you to make it to evac. Just go. actually go to, you know what, just, yeah.
Sure thing.
We're gonna have to take the Overwatch. This is all we can do. We gotta take it. We did not draw the Overwatch, though. Okay, you know what? The fact that we didn't draw Overwatch there... Oh, right, we have Shadows. We did it. We actually... I'm not taking any credit for this because I did it by fucking accident, but this will work. Tim Allen is now in the extraction zone, right? But also, Tim Allen has a fucking flashbang. So much for your Overwatch, assholes. Oh, that feels real good, Tim Allen. You gone, dog? Mostly because we need that spot on the landing pad, so get the fuck out of it. We are going to kill nothing on... Please tell me everybody can make it. Okay, Chris Brown, more than enough movement. Uncle Jared, more than enough movement. Also still concealed, theoretically. Jessica Arnold, you gotta go, girl. You gotta go. 100% pure stealth, baby. 10 out of 10 times it works 10 out of 10 times, except when it doesn't work. And you gotta leave Zachary Duran to die on the battlefield. Sometimes that also happens. But not this time. Not this time. This time, we got our VIP. We're taking that engineer. We're getting the hell out of Dodge. You know what? Just because I think it will be fun, I'm actually going to take a shot at these guys. Because we can. Courtney Love is in the extraction zone, and I really would like to drop some Vipers through a roof. Before I do that, though, in the event of catastrophic scatter, I would like to make sure that everyone else is going to be able to make it to extraction. So, you know, we'll take our vindictive parting shot when it's time for a vindictive parting shot. Let's see if Courtney Love can drop some bitches through a rooftop. I don't really care how this scatters, actually. Did we get the sectoid? Maybe. Yeah, we killed him. Dropped him through a roof. We missed the Viper completely, which sucks. But Courtney Love, your spiteful kill. There it is right there, folks. Courtney Love with a hurled whiskey bottle at the 11th hour, ready to come in. Be like, yep, you know what? Concert's over, but I'm still going to hurl a whiskey bottle into the crowd and blind him, man. I don't know if that guy wound up blinded. It just sounded funny. And Chris Top Hits Brown, we're taking it down. See you in hell, Advent. Operation Silent Rain. Friggin' flawless, baby. We even managed to kill one of the enemies. I feel really, really good about that mission. We prosecuted that. I don't know how we could have done it better. Sure, you're being like, you know, Pete, you just legitimately said a second ago that some of it was success by accident and that you chose to move Tim Koki Smurf Allen without remembering he had Shadow Step and then could throw a flashback. You're right, I did it by accident, but accidentally correct is still correct. You take that multiple choice test and you don't know what the hell the answer is, but you pick C because the other two, you know, two of the other four options are completely obviously wrong. You're not sure whether it's A or C, could be either one. You pick C, sometimes you get it right. You know, statistically half the time. I think statistically I do not get it right half the time, but I'll take it. Average damage per attack, 3, which is what we hit that guy for with a rocket before dropping him through a roof to kill him for 5 more. Successful shot percentage, doesn't matter. And what I love to see here, the dashes, baby. The dashes. Did we get out without not firing a shot? No, we didn't make it out without firing a shot, but we could have. We chose to vindictively kill that alien because we wanted to, not because we had to. Oh, that mission was, that was good, guys. It was real good. This team is freaking unstoppable. Chris Top Hits Brown just keeps leading them to the top of the charts time after time after time, man. Field Medic. Equip medkits have 2 extra charges. We are never going to equip a medkit, so that's crap. Suppression is not especially useful. Airdrop is occasionally intriguing. Let's go ahead and do that. It's got top hits sorted. Courtney on empty love. What do you got, girl? Concussion Rocket. Fire a special rocket, does limited damage, but has a chance to stun or disorient organic enemies within its area of effect, and leaves a cloud of smoke, which is objectively a bad thing. Shredder, you know, I'm starting... Primary weapon attack, shred armor. It's good. What is burnout? Flamethrower leaves a small smoke cloud around your position, providing... So what it makes you in a smoke grenade, providing a defensive bonus. When you use your flamethrower, you are effectively in a smoke grenade afterwards. I don't know if that's better than Shredder. And I don't know if either of those is better than a concussion rocket. Concussion rocket is an extra rocket. It's real good. It's real good. I'm thinking, like, though, what about Shredder? Shredder has some potential there. What if we could found the Foot Clan? Oh, no, I'm just going to take Concussion Rocket. I've used Concussion Rocket before. I know how it works. That may be a little suboptimal, but I did like Concussion Rocket the time we used it. Blade Master, yeah, I'd love it, but you're not a killing shinobi, Tim Allen. You're a sneaking shinobi, which means you got to go covert, dude. Getting that detection radius down as tiny as possible. Uncle Jared Fogel's going to pick up Shadow Step. Hokey Smurf, man. The guy gets it done. You send him in, he's the perfect drug mule. He can get coke under anybody's nose. It doesn't matter. So we got 10 intel. You know what? Hey, we got some intel for that hack. That's helpful. We got back a third of what we spent. We also picked up VIP Jessica Arnold. And now we're going to go toss her in a hole with a shovel. Or alternatively, we could have her work on this Advanced Warfare Center. That would save us 3 days. Do we want to save 3 days on the AWC, or would we rather save way more time on the shielded power coil? We could use the AWC so we can start getting our training, but if we were going to devote an engineer to the AWC, we should have done that a goodly while ago. Really? Is there propaganda? Tell them how we just waltzed into their facility, stole an important prisoner, and waltzed out, and only fired a shot because we wanted to vindictively drop a sectoid through a roof? Did their propaganda mention that? Probably should have. And if it hasn't, you know what we should do, guys? We should start a leaflet campaign where we drop, I was going to say where we drop the footage of that. Would you even do a leaflet campaign these days? Think about this. Let's say, like, propaganda was a thing and we wanted to do airdrop propaganda like they did in World War II. Would you use leaflets anymore? Because I got to think we'd probably just use flash drives, right? You could send up to a gigabyte of information for effectively free. I mean, a gigabyte flash drive costs you what? Like, you can get them for like 90 cents at a gas station. If they're that easy to manufacture and that inexpensive, wouldn't you just want to drop, like, flash drives full of information? Be way better propaganda, right? Although I suppose anybody can read a piece of paper, assuming you're literate, whereas you would need infrastructure to read a flash drive. So it's got a better density of information, but there is a little more of a barrier to entry. That's an intriguing question. I'd like to see, like, a military theorist, like science, somebody who actually has studied military science, figure out which one would be better. Jessica Arnold's going to come down here. I said I was going to give her a shovel. You know what? I'm a man of my word. Shovel it is. Don't make me get the fucking hose, Jessica. I'm also going to wrap this episode up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see the launch of our thumb drive campaign of anti-Advent propaganda, might consider subscribing as well, because I could use all the help I can get. Those tiny parachutes are going to take a really long time to tie. And I don't, you know, I got kind of big, meaty, sort of thick fingers that are not really good for intricate levels of manual dexterity. If you could help me out, I'd appreciate it. Right now, though, parachutes are going to have to wait. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.